Welcome to World Review Zone's and other videos. This year I finally crossed the Dyson Airwrap off my wishlist. It's a hair tool I've been curious about for years, but always talked myself out of it because of the price. Now that I've used it for a couple of months, it's time to give my honest review on the hair tool. This post will help break down the pros and cons of the Dyson Airwrap, along with who I think it's best suited for, and if I think it's worth the price. There are many products available on Amazon to choose the best Dyson Airwrap, each with different characteristics, benefits and prices, to help you make a perfect decision. I did extensive research, read tons of reviews, and compiled a list of the best Dyson Airwrap from reputable brands. After much research I found these products much helpful for people like you. So without any further delay, let's jump into the video and stay till the end of this video.
What does the Dyson Airwrap do? The Dyson Airwrap is a one-of-a-kind hair tool that uses hot air technology to style your hair, versus using the extreme heat of a curling iron to set your style. The complete styler set comes with all the attachment options, but they also make sets for fine hair or a set for coarse frizz-prone hair, if you're only interested in specific attachments.
How to use it to style your hair. It's a multi-styler, so there are many ways you can use the tool. But this is how I prefer to use it. I typically start with the pre-styling dryer for a minute or two, then switch to the round volumizing brush to fully dry my hair and add volume. I have very fine textured hair, so I like to take this extra step to create additional volume in my hair before using the curling attachments. I also like to try and control my cowlick in the back of my head with this attachment as well. If I want to curl it after, I use the 1.2-inch Airwrap barrel in small sections. You hold the Airwrap up to the end of your hair, then turn it on and let it wrap up your hair for a few seconds. Then finish the style by applying a cool shot to set the curl. Don't get lazy with this, it really helps. To remove your hair, simply turn off the Airwrap, and the curl will fall down perfectly. I promise there's no reason to worry about it tangling or sucking up your hair. It stays wrapped completely around the outside, and trust me, if my fine hair doesn't get sucked in, yours won't either. I actually notice more hair loss from my regular curling iron clamp. Pro tips. The biggest mistake I see people make when trying out this product initially is not letting the Airwrap do the work for you. Just leave out 2 inches of hair and turn on the Airwrap to start curling. That's it. The second mistake I see people make is not turning off the Airwrap when removing your hair. This helps keep the curl intact and prevents the Airwrap from blowing your hair everywhere. And third, if you find your hair is falling out of the short barrel length, use a smaller section of hair. How to use the Dyson Airwrap attachments. The biggest learning curve is getting used to the direction of the barrels. You get 2 barrels in the same size, because each one has a different direction. I usually wrap my finger around the direction of the barrel to visualize what direction the curls will go. But if you put the wrong one on, it's no big deal. You can just go to the other side or switch them. If you don't want to switch the barrel directions, you can also use the Airwrap upside down on the opposite side. However, I usually just switch out the barrels as I go up my hair in sections. Dyson recommends using the styler with damp hair. However, I don't have any issues curling it with dry hair. To help make the curls last and lock in volume, I like to use a volumizing spray before curling. This isn't a must, and I don't use it every time. But if you find the style isn't lasting, try this step. Who do you recommend the Airwrap for? This is the ideal tool for someone looking for a tool to either help style and smooth frizzy hair, create volume in flat hair, or someone looking for an all-in-one hair tool that uses less heat on their hair. Because there are multiple attachments, it works for a lot of different hair types, from curly hair to straight hair. The typical curl you achieve using the Airwrap curl attachments is a voluminous finish, similar to a style you would achieve with hot rollers. I personally find hot rollers really difficult to use because they don't stay in my hair very easily, and I always get creases from the clips. I have seen people use the Airwrap as a preheat tool prior to applying rollers to their roots for mega volume, but I don't think that's necessary since you can set the curl with a cool shot, unless you're not leaving the house for a while and want it to be fresh before leaving. This is also a great tool if you're looking for something to protect your hair. For those of you with really damaged hair, this would be a great solution. It's still applying heat, but much less than a typical curling iron.
If you're someone who likes to style your hair more beachy, you need to use a slightly different technique to avoid the ends of your hair from being curled. You can use the barrels like a wand and manually wrap your hair around the barrel with the wand pointed down to leave out the ends. It's totally doable, but I would probably reach for my curling wand to get that look instead. If you're looking for more of a blowout look, the Dyson Airwrap can give you that look too. It can basically replace a flat iron because it can dry your hair straight. The bonus with the Airwrap is it gives you tons of volume. Airwrap vs. Curling iron. With my hair type and length, the Airwrap doesn't replace a curling iron if I'm wanting very defined curls or waves. Since the barrel is slightly larger, the curls do fall out of my hair over time, and I'm left with a straight look with volume and body on the ends. You can see what I mean in this post. Sometimes I use the Dyson, then add in a few curls on the top section of my hair to lock in a more defined curl, but not always. I just want to point that out for those of you with a similar hair type, wanting it to replace your curling iron, or to achieve very defined curls. My friends with longer hair that holds curl better do get a very similar look to a curling iron. Dyson carries a 0.83 attachment that gives a more defined curl, but I currently can't find any in stock.
I make helpful videos daily, so do subscribe my channel. If you need more information or if you want to know product price, do check out my description. For any kind of problem, please comment below. Stay updated with our cool products as it will make your life much more easier. Stay tuned.